Bullshit.
It's the No Bullshit Marketing Show. Today I want to talk about bone broth and how the difficulty in buying it led to another successful entrepreneurial venture. I've talked a lot on this show about how many of us start a company because when we were a potential customer of that product, we were frustrated, including me. Massolutions started because when I was a chief marketing officer, I found that most of the people calling on me didn't understand real marketing or understand the science behind storytelling. So I started Massolutions. Well, two brothers, Justin and Nick Mayers, were both health conscious and wanted to reap the benefits of bone broth. They couldn't easily find it or buy it. So they started doing some keyword searches and looking online and saw that they weren't alone. Other people were frustrated with it. They then tapped into a group of similar like-minded people and saw that many of them were having the same issue that they were. They quickly sold $5,000 worth of product before they even had a company. What a success story. They grew 30 employees and became well known as Kettle and Fire. But what really struck me as interesting and valuable to you, our loyal no bullshit marketers, is what happened next. The brothers decided, why don't we offer soup? And they went out and bought a large inventory of the products needed to create soup. They are humble and vulnerable and admit that they created some mistakes here. They went through some mistakes here. First, they didn't systematically gather insights. They didn't dig deep into the potential target markets and the industry. And second, they didn't talk to existing customers. In that post, they said, if we'd have just asked our current customers, would you like to pre-purchase soup that we're going to expand to, they would have learned very quickly that their existing customers weren't out to buy soup. They were buying bone broth for the health benefits. And had they dug more deeply into the target audiences and did some surveys to systematically gather insights there, they would have realized that a large portion of the soup market are people who are buying something for a quick and inexpensive meal. They were going to offer this product that was more health conscious, that was going to be more expensive than traditional soup. So the key target audiences, people who buy soup, tend to buy it for quick, inexpensive meals. And their other target audience of existing customers wasn't out to buy soup. They were buying from you because of the bone broth for the health benefits. They hadn't systematically gathered insights. Now, they adjusted from it and moved forward. And they were, again, as I want to stress, complimentary to them as they were humble and vulnerable about this, to mention this in a post on entrepreneur.com. And I'm sure they've talked about it in many other interviews. So I admire that aspect. But what it tells you is something that I see on a regular basis. We live in this do-it-yourself culture to some degree, where we're trying to find the best deal and find ways to do things ourselves. And that's okay and should be done in some instances. But when you're talking about systematically gathering insights, you need to have some internal people working on that and external points of view. Why? Because your external people will find out and hear things that people will tell them that they won't tell you. That's a fact. We've done thousands of instances of systematically gathering insights, and they will tell us things that they flat out said, I wouldn't say this to them. The second thing is they're going to see blind spots that you see because we all have those blind spots about our own company because we're so close to it. So when you systematically gather insights, you want it to be a team approach. Yes, internally, look at trends, look at data, but have some external expertise. That's the takeaway that I want for you here today, is that when you're thinking of that new target audience, that new product, that new service, or adjusting something with an existing service, make sure you take the time to systematically gather insights. You want to look at potential new target audiences, drill down deep in what their behaviors are, their mindsets are, and talk to existing customers. Gather those insights, and then you'll be able to leverage the experience and expertise and instincts of others to start building the plans, creating the stories, developing solutions that can change behaviors and mindsets. That's your takeaway. The do-it-yourself approach for systematically gathering insights is not going to cut it. You need to commit to having a team approach to systematically gathering insights. Well, first you have to commit that you're going to systematically gather insights. The brothers of Kettle and Fire admit that they hadn't done enough of that. So first, commit to systematically gathering insights, and second, commit to doing it as a team concept, not a do-it-yourself concept. That's what can help you get to the point where you're able to develop solutions and create stories to change behaviors and mindsets when you move into these new endeavors. Thanks for listening to another episode of the No Bullshit Marketing Show, recorded here in Massolutions studio in bold, beautiful downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea?